Joining me now is retired Army Major General Paul Eaton, senior advisor to VoteVets. Just to get your top-line response to this idea of a, quote, warrior board to cashier senior officers deemed too woke.
Joy, thanks for having me on tonight. And what we're really talking about is a purity board. This is designed to just absolutely root out anybody who is not going to demonstrate fealty to the new president, and will create a terrific problem in the armed forces as far as cohesion goes and mutual trust. It's a pretty bad idea. We knew it was coming out of Project 2025, but this is the instrument to do it.
And you know, intellectuals like Mark Milley, who's actually a very bright man, and John Kelly, who both of whom admitted that Donald Trump is a fascist and fascist to the core, said, Milley, should they be concerned about retribution from this kind of a board?
I would expect so. And we've seen this before in history, different armies. The most notable is Stalin's army early in World War II. When he went through a purge of his officer corps, it sowed deep mistrust within the officer corps and basically created a incompetent army that solved their problem with cannon meat, as they called it back then, and still do.
Yeah. Let's play Pete Hegseth, the gentleman who is going to be the new Secretary of Defense. Here he is defending January 6th attackers.
These are people that understand first principles. They love freedom and they love free markets. And they see exactly what the anti-American left has done to America. So you don't have to believe the election was stolen to know that this system has begun to undercut people who love our country. That's what they were there for.
He's also said that they need to rename military bases for Confederates, that was a bad idea to take that away. What do you make of this appointment?
Well, Mr. Hegseth served honorably up to the rank of major, and he has the requisite experience that you would expect a major to have. The Pentagon is a very large, complex, diverse organization that requires somebody with gravitas, notably absent with Mr. Hegseth. If you look at Lloyd Austin and the experience that he has, the biographical sketch of our serving Secretary of Defense is stunning in how it created a real Secretary of Defense, absent in the case of Mr. Hegseth. That's if you're going to burn down the house, why don't you start with burning down the Defense Department? That's what's going on right now.
Yeah. Hegseth has said that he would like to have movie producers produce the videos to recruit presumably the same kind of young men who voted for Donald Trump from the manosphere, to get them in the military, to get women out of the military, presumably to get all the diversity out of the military. And as I think about that, I cannot help but think of Mark Esper, the former Trump defense secretary, who said that Donald Trump wanted to be able to have the military shoot protesters. Why can't we shoot them in the legs? Mark Esper said. Do you have a concern that the idea here is for Esper to lead a new kind of military that would shoot Americans if asked?
Well, here's
Hegseth.
the problem.
Sorry, Hegseth, not Esper.
No, I understand, Joy. When you have a president who has been granted immunity by the Supreme Court, give orders to the rank and file of the U.S. military, you've got a immunity problem. Just following orders to shoot Americans in an illegal manner, illegal order, the president is immune from that from a legal perspective, but the troops are not. And in the case of Chairman Milley and the chain of command that we had and still have, those orders would not be followed. Those orders would be, in this case, deemed illegal, and we wouldn't have that situation. But if you go through this purity test that Mr. Trump wants to do, and Mr. Hegseth is more than willing to follow, you may have a hard time finding a General Milley or a General Kelly, and that's going to be a real problem for this country and for our allies.
Yes, indeed. One fears for where we are headed, but we are grateful to have you, Major General Paul Eaton, to help us at least sort it out and understand what's coming. Thank you, sir, very much.
Anytime, Joy. Thank you.